Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something real. When a man truly misses you, I'm not talking about a little crush or a fleeting thought. I'm talking about that deep down, soul level kind of missing you. He doesn't need to say a single word because his actions, they speak volumes louder than anything his mouth could ever say. A man who truly misses you will show up through actions, not words. You don't have to sit around waiting for him to type up a long text message or give you some dramatic speech about how empty life is without you. That's not how it works when a man's feelings are real. His actions become the language of his heart. When a man is missing you in his soul, his body follows. He doesn't sit still with that emotion. He starts moving, reaching out, showing up in the small ways and sometimes in the big ones. It could be him driving by your place just to feel like he's near your energy again. It might be a text that says, just checking in. But what he's really saying is, I've been thinking about you non-stop. He doesn't even always know how to say it, but he knows how to act on it. You'll notice he makes time for you. Not just talks about time, but makes it. A man who misses you will find a way to enter your space, to be present, even if it's subtle. He may not say, I miss you, but suddenly he's there offering help, being supportive, bringing up shared memories, asking questions about your life now. He might offer to fix something, show up where he knows you'll be, or send something small that reminds you of a shared moment. These are not random. These are signs. A man doesn't invest time and energy into someone he's not thinking about constantly. When his feelings are genuine, you won't need to chase proof. It will reveal itself in how he chooses to come close, how he chooses to remain connected. Men aren't always verbal when it comes to emotions. Many of them were raised to believe that showing emotion is weakness. So instead of talking about it, they do something about it. That's where the power of action comes in. His behavior shifts. He starts listening more attentively, checking in more often, and becoming protective of your presence in his life. You become part of his schedule without him even planning it, because missing you isn't something he can turn off. It's something that tugs at him every day. He starts prioritizing you, even when there's no title, even when there's distance. It's not just about romantic gestures either. It's about consistency, effort, and attention. When a man truly misses you, he doesn't ghost you, he doesn't disappear, and he doesn't leave you confused. His actions speak because his heart won't let him sit silent in your absence. His silence is often filled with intentional gestures and quiet presence. You see, not all men are going to express what they feel through their mouths. Some men communicate with their consistency, with their energy, with the way they move around you without even having to say a word. When a man truly misses you, you might not hear it from him directly, but you'll feel it in the way he reappears. Silence from a man doesn't always mean absence of feeling. Sometimes it's the weight of everything he wants to say, but can't find the words for. So instead of sending a text or making a phone call, he starts leaving breadcrumbs, little signs that he's still thinking about you. You might notice he starts engaging with your social media. He's not just liking your photos. He's liking the one you posted 3 weeks ago, the one that reminds him of the way you smiled at dinner that night. That's not just him scrolling. That's him searching. He's revisiting moments. That's a silent message. I'm still here. I'm still watching. I still care. You might hear from mutual friends that he asked about you casually, as if it wasn't heavy on his chest, but it is. He's gathering information, trying to stay connected without exposing his vulnerability. Silence doesn't always equal disinterest. For some men, it's a shield, a way to cope with missing you while they build up the courage to act on it. He might leave something behind on purpose, a hoodie, a book, a playlist, something that makes you think about him because he wants to make sure you don't forget. It's a silent way of staying in your space. When you pass that item, he wants you to feel a tug, just like the one he's feeling. And when he randomly checks in, even with something as small as just wanted to make sure you're good, that's his way of breaking the silence gently, carefully, because the missing has become too loud to ignore. You might find that his energy changes when he's around you. He looks longer. He listens deeper. He stays close, not necessarily with his words, but with his attention. He remembers details you didn't even think mattered, brings up things you said in passing. That's his silence speaking. That's his presence communicating. It's in the way he laughs at your jokes, even when he's having a bad day, or the way he takes the wronger route just to bump into you at your favorite spot. You may not see grand declarations, but you'll see quiet devotion. And sometimes he does things that feel out of character. He shows vulnerability. He reaches out unexpectedly. He lets you into parts of his world he usually keeps guarded. All of it without saying, I miss you. Because for some men, love and longing aren't spoken. They're shown through action, through sacrifice, through that quiet presence that refuses to disappear. Real men don't talk about missing you. They make sure you feel it. When a man is genuinely connected to you, when his heart aches with your absence, he doesn't rely on words to communicate that. Instead, he allows his behavior, his energy, and his consistency to say everything his lips want. He understands that feelings mean nothing if they aren't backed by effort. So instead of texting long emotional paragraphs or making dramatic declarations, he moves with purpose. He'll call when it's unexpected, not because he wants something, but because he's been thinking about you all day. He'll show up with solutions when you're stressed, not just sympathy. He takes actions that matter, not just gestures for attention. He doesn't disappear for days or weeks and then come back with sweet words. He's present. Even if he's not saying the phrase, I miss you, he's showing up in a way that makes sure you never have to doubt it. He remembers things about you. The way you take your coffee, the stories you tell about your childhood, your favorite music when you're feeling low. He doesn't just remember them to impress you. He brings them up, uses them, shows you that he's been paying attention all along. That's not just memory. That's emotional investment. When you're out of touch for a while and he genuinely misses your presence, he finds a way back in, even if it's awkward. He might send you a song or drop a simple message like, saw this and thought of you. But make no mistake, these aren't casual. These are intentional. Real men don't just miss you quietly in their hearts. They feel the need to let you know in ways that are rooted in effort. They look for ways to support you, uplift you, be there for you, and they do this without expecting anything in return. He may not talk much, but he'll listen when it matters. He might not post romantic quotes, but he'll check in when you're silent. He may not be poetic, but he'll offer his time, his presence, and his protection. You'll feel it when he makes space for you in his life, even in the middle of his chaos. He prioritizes your peace, your happiness, and your connection, even when words aren't exchanged. He'll adjust his schedule, make sacrifices, go out of his way just to remind you that you're not alone. Real men communicate through consistency, effort, and small acts that carry big meaning. Their love doesn't depend on how often they say it, but on how deeply they show it.